Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to the Coliseum League number 2. This is the semi-final between the Houses Down and IntZ Esports in a best of 3. I'm Mr. Revolution 5, joined by Vengeance for Truesight TV. And Vengeance, how's it going, man?
Yeah, I'm doing very well. How about you, good sir?
I'm doing great. I am excited. I actually got to cast these teams in a best of 2 last night for Join Dota League. That was... Well, first game was a bit of a stomp. The second game got real interesting real fast. Including Rapier's, Refresher, Slark, and more, which you can, of course, find on our YouTube page. If you're looking for the link, you can find that in the chat. Just do the ! YouTube command, and you'll get there. Anyways, coming back after a good night of sleep, they're going to be facing off today in a best of 3, so no more 1-1 shenanigans. We're going to have a decisive match here.
Well, so we got the bands coming out.
Yeah.
We got Enigma, Batrider, Chen, and Sniper. I'm surprised at the Enigma and Chen, to be honest.
Well, the Chen is a respect band to Billy, who's in the South American scene. This guy is kind of the renegade. Oh, what's the word?
Freelancer?
Freelancer, sort of. Yeah, he stands in for all the teams. He has no ties, and his Chen won the Houses Down the first game last night pretty decisively. Even without him building Ags, he went for 4-staff drum. It was a spectacle to behold, and Batrider has just been a staple of the Brazilian scene. Even though they'll nerf him, they'll still pick him up. But the picks we're seeing right now are very different from last night. Troll Warlord, Vengeful Spirit, Axe, and Lion. I believe there was an Axe in our first game.
And it's all current meta, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
These 4 heroes are just like top tier meta as of right now.
Yeah.
And it's kind of scary. I mean, Axe, Vengeful Spirit, Counter Helix plus that minus armor is going to shred anybody. Like, I'm scared of this line because if IntZ is going to go defensive try and they're going to do probably a dual lane with Axe and Vengeful Spirit,
They're going to get stomped on.
Yeah, they're just going to get mulched with that Counter Helix minus armor.
Yeah, and they do ban out the Slark, which was the only hero 225 played last night. One time being very successful, and one time, well, not being quite as good. Invoker ban out as well, which is something else the Houses Down was pulling out. I mean, this match is very fresh in the mind of these teams, so it's going to be kind of an extension of a best-of-5 series or something, if you want to look at it that way. Not in this tournament, of course, but mentally for them, it's going to be a big deal.
No, would you put the Troll Warlord at mid, or would you put it in the safe lane? Because I've seen both, and just from what I've seen, I think
they'll probably run him safe lane, I think, simply because Fuzzy tends to play more kind of showy mids, like Tinker, TA, for instance. Stuff that's really going to make big plays. Troll Warlord is, I mean, he makes plays, but he seems more passive, in my mind at least. So, but the House is down going with the Juggernaut. The Spin Trinity here, showing up for battle, albeit with Troll on the other side of the fence.
yeah, if they had Troll, then it would be interesting. There would be a lot of spin to win. There would be a lot to spin to win. So, and those 3 would have been a scary lineup, but Juggernaut does bring quite a bit of aggro to this, so we might see a bit of early game because Juggernaut Vengeful Spirit that just hurts. You get the minus armor, the Blade Fury, and the crits, and then you add in stun and Vengeful Spirit's passive. Juggernaut's gonna do a lot more than normal with those skills in the sports.
Yeah. It's a lot of physical damage, as you're saying. Okay, we've got Skywrath Mage coming out. A good partner for Lion, we can say, but he's pretty weak to all 3 of these. Vengeful Spirit, you know, his former lover, the ex that he can't quite get over. He's already got no armor, so the armor reduction coming out from her is really going to tear him apart, both physically and emotionally, of course.
And it's like, and this is what I'm saying. It's you got 2 squishy heroes. In a way, I've seen a Berserker's Call doesn't really counter. it's like who gets the first initiation. If Lion and Skywrath get the first initiation over the Sax,
Yeah.
then they can burst them down. Berserker's Call is gonna do nothing for a seal flare from Skywrath Mage.
Even if he does spin once or twice, if they kill him, these two supports are very willing to give their lives up in exchange for Axe, because he's currently the House's Down's initiator, their source of crowd control, mainly. Of course, you have Vengeful Spirit and whatever else they're going to pick up, but it's worth it, you know?
And they do have, and IntZ does have a lot of harass with all of Skywrath Mage's abilities, because that's one of the good things about Skywrath. He's able to harass these tanky offlaners to the point, try and get them back off and not get close. But the question is, what are they gonna do if they decide, if House is down? I mean, Juggernaut can run as an aggro try if they pick up someone with another initiation, maybe like a Rubik or
anyone with a stun, really.
Yeah, anyone with a stun.
2 stuns plus Jug, easy lane.
Yeah,
I mean, we could even see something like Dazzle come out to put a little more aggression on. That'd probably be more of an Axe lane, but it'd be very interesting to see here. Oddly enough, though, a hero that's been a serious problem for IntZ up against the Houses Down, that not Suggest, but Straff played last night in both games, was the Witch Doctor. Oh, and there we go. This hero got an Ags both games. The first game, he was basically ending up being the hard carry of the team. It wasn't even funny how quickly he got that Ags. And the second game, it didn't work out quite as well, of course, with them eventually falling, but still was a force. And they know how to utilize this hero. I'm really surprised to see 2 games in a row now. IntZ don't respect ban it out.
Yeah, and plus this is actually a scary lineup. Axe calls and you just drop the ward.
And physical damage. The armor reduction from Vengeful Spirit. If they pick up a 5th pick Shadow Fiend right now, this lineup is very terrifying. I mean, sure, you've got Disables, okay, in line and Skywrath with the Silence, but it's not that much. And they will go ahead and grab the Storm for Fuzzy, and again, this is what I'm talking about. He likes those flashy heroes.
Yeah. And Storm is able to make those plays. Like if he makes these plays, then it will allow IntZ to get a chance to win against the Houses Down. However, it's relying a lot on him as of right now. Because if he doesn't make these plays, like pick off the Witch Doctor, Vengeful Spirit, so they're constantly getting picked off to the point that it's unbearable, then they will not have. Then Houses Down is going to have a problem of sustaining, because the supports are have the stuns, have these abilities which help contribute a lot more into the team fight.
Yeah. And you can see them, again, they're going to respect ban the Meepo, which I've heard the Houses Down's Meepo right now is insane. They don't want to have to deal with it. And if there's a good Meepo player out there, you'd never want to have to deal with them. It only takes one time of them getting that Meepo that you're like, okay, we'll ban that every single game. I don't care. And the tide coming out from IntZ as well, that would disrupt the team fight quite significantly.
Yes, no, I agree. And for the Meepo, yes, no, you see one good Meepo player just shred. And a Meepo would shred this lineup. Storm is not tanky.
Guys, I stunned one of them. Okay, cool. There's 4 more. What are you going to do?
and plus that stacking slow with the Geo Strike and the Poof. What are you going to do with that? There's so much damage. I'm going to Tinker.
Okay. Now, Suggest was kind of the fantastic player last night as well. Fuzzy, well, he plays Tinker. Fuzzy does, and he plays it very well, but Suggest will be actually going up against the Master with this hero. And honestly, the rest of the Houses Down's team can team fight just fine. They can push just fine on their own. Having a Tinker to just kind of port in the back of the fight, throw off a couple rockets, and head back home, that's pretty scary. And this is somebody who can crush Storm in lane if he lanes it well, so...
Yeah, but then again, it can also go the other way, because Tinker can be picked off very easily by Storm if he's not careful.
Yeah, and if Tinker doesn't get a good start, without the Ancients now to recover, he is in, well, a pretty deep hole with no ladder.
Yeah. No, no, I agree. And plus you can have Skywrath Lion just roaming in out of nowhere, and Lion, Skywrath, Storm, these three heroes can kill Tinker in the mid lane. And it's going to be hard. Tinker's going to have to play this very safe here.
Yeah.
So with this current lineup, what do you think IntZ is thinking?
Well, they need an offlaner. Oh, they're going to grab the Beastmaster. Okay. A little interesting, seeing these two on opposite sides of the field, but it can work. They do have a stun that goes through BKB for Juggernaut. They have ways to clear the trees to stop Tinker. This could be really big. By the way, we also have Plague Dota with us on stats. Why is my... Okay, there we go. Sorry, my assisted camera there was doing weird.
So we are going to see that. We are going to see that defensive try line.
Yeah, it looks like it's a strong one though, I will say, but it might not be as strong as they would like. Let's go ahead and introduce our teams after I fix the overlay and put you on it correctly, because Rupture is not here, of course. There we go. Just Vengeance or...
VenganceX5, Vengeance,
okay.
It's your preference.
Okay, well, I can't seem to edit it more than Vengeance right now, so let's go with that. 5 rotating bot, though. We might have some action. ACC is going to get hit by the magic missile. There's the cask as well. I don't think he makes it out of this one. The laser, pew pew.
Yeah, that's big for and very cheeky, very cheeky. Get the first blood and say good luck.
Oh yeah, good luck, have fun now, because you're gonna need it, boys.
Yeah, and it's big for Tinker to get that first blood.
Of course, yeah. This is gonna be a fast bottle for him now, especially. Oh wait, is he not gonna? Okay, they're not gonna give him the bounty rune, but that's not that surprising, honestly. With first blood, you don't really need the bounty rune. He may only have 25 XP, but Skywrath is, well, he's in the dirt right now. Anyways, I'll go ahead and introduce IntZ. We've got ACC on the Skywrath Mage, K4B, or Cobb, as he was tagged up last night, because the game was unticketed. He'll be on the Lion. 225 on the B, this time on the Troll Warlord. Mid lane, we're going to have Fuzzy, the man, the myth, the legend, on the Storm Spirit. And up top, we've got Dudu on the Beastmaster. If you'll go ahead and introduce THD.
Yep, and on the Houses Down, we got Pride on the forming Juggernaut. We've got Joshua on the support Witch Doctor. In mid lane, we've got Suggest on the Tinker. On the Vengeful Spirit, we have Billy, and on the off lane, we have Strafe, whichever. Yeah. Strafe. On the Axe.
Yeah, and meanwhile, mid lane, actually, I'm going to catch the tail end of Tinker taking down Storm. That's 2 kills for Suggest this early on. These supports rotating in very quickly. It's odd because they're both stand-ins, and I was completely expecting Straff to play the Witch Doctor until you pointed that out there. So, that is interesting for sure.
Yeah, it's like both teams have this scary roaming support duo. And with Tinker already having the bottle 1 minute in, Storm's gonna have a hard time against this now. Yeah,
Storm is really gonna have a tough time here with all the region coming out. You can see Storm's already picked up a South. He only has 2 branches for stats wise, so last inning's gonna be a bit of a pain. These supports don't stop though. They're gonna be rotating down bot. Straff trying to get in position. He has a call available. Billy gonna get silenced here. There's the call from Axe and says, Troll, fight me, bro. Just fight me. Slow's coming out from Troll though. He's managing to kite. They'll take down Joshua. And they may not even clean up the Troll here if he's quick enough on his feet. He's going to try to juke out, tangoing up. The mischance, it's not going to be enough though. Billy will secure it with one more right click forward there. And that's a 3rd kill for THD, but they did at least manage to trade there. So IntZ getting something out of that, but not exactly what they would have wanted.
Yeah, a support for their farming core. I don't think anyone wants that. And Fuzzy's dropping low in mid.
Yeah, it's not often you see Fuzzy get beat mid. This is a player who has... Well, he's been a Brazilian Dota icon for quite a while, but he plays it very well.
Yeah, and just by allowing Jug to solo lane against this Beastmaster, he's able to get that quick level 4, and I believe he put 1 point into Blade Fury, 1 into Blade Dance, and all into stats. So he's able to stand up against the harass that this Beastmaster gonna bring.
Sorry, I was having a bit of a snack there.
Oh,
Due to the top lane with the cast, the magic missile, and might be enough to bring him down. Should be. Oh, the salve? Nope,
there
not enough.
The crit.
Yeah.
And they're not really doing anything against this axe. He's just able to get these levels, which is what he needs, because he gets Battle Hunger and level 6. He's able to roam
Very
jungle,
efficiently, yeah.
And with them basically winning top and mid and going even in the bot lane, I mean, there's a better chance of them winning this game. And now they're stacking these ancients.
Yeah, and he's going to be able to fall back on that ancient stick and get a lot here. Lion, I believe, tried to deny the rune, but then decided he'd hit Axe instead. So Axe at least getting rid of the rune suggests actually picking up the bounty from up top. And Storm, well, he's forced to Bottle Crow. He's actually going to try to farm this camp over here, but he's using most of his mana to do so. He will clear it out at least, which is going to get him some decent XP. But Tinker is already sitting... Well, he's sitting level 5. He's actually sitting even with the Storm. And holding on to 2 skill points. So maybe looking to secure some kills with those if he needs them. But he's going to put him into Marsh right now so that he can really pressure the lane a lot.
Yeah, and he's almost halfway to his boots of travel, and it's a really good timing for it if he doesn't die and just farms it up.
Once you get boots of travel, the earlier you get him, there's this like 10-minute window where usually the heroes on the enemy team don't have a shot at killing Tinker for that period of time, and then he gets a blink by the time you do have a shot at killing him, and it's going to be tough. Oh, they're going to smoke gank again. They were literally setting up this lane for Tinker so easy.
Yeah, they want Fuzzy dead.
Meanwhile, on the bot lane, they actually will take down Axe, as we're paying attention to this. Fuzzy's... he's spotted this out, or just felt it, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, and we got a rotation coming in from the support bot lane. They have a smoke online, but I don't think they want to use it just yet. They need to use it, though, because there are wards out, whether they know it or not.
Yeah. And the pings did... There was a hawk. There was a hawk over here.
Oh, that's how they saw him, yeah.
Yeah, I think they smoke like roughly around here. I'm not sure if the vision...
Yeah.
They might have seen the smoke because of from this area right here.
Supports... Oh, dear. Cab revealed himself a little too early, and that's going to be a real problem for him.
Yeah. Oh my, and getting closer to that boots of travel. Bounty.
Oh, and they're reading out the stacks. They know there's stacks here, so this is actually really big intel for them, because they know as soon as Suggest leaves lane, where's he going? Straight to the jungle, right to that stack, and he's going to try to farm it. If they can time it right, and they can get a smoke over there and interrupt him while he's trying to farm that stack, that could be a really big kill, especially if they're able to snag the stack for themselves. And with Lion, Earthspike, and Storm and Beastmaster, they actually potentially could clear the stack faster than Tinker can. Potentially, at least. I didn't lose you, did I, Vengeance? I might have. Okay. No big deal. We do have a Soul Ring already picked up on Fuzzy. He may be going straight Bloodstone here. I'd really like to see Orchid against the Witch Doctor, pretty much everyone on this team. It's the one thing Jug is going to really be hurt by, simply because he actually can't turn on his quote-unquote BKB if he's Orchided. I mean, it's just not possible. Rusty Pride, though, picking up something off the courier here. Whoops. Oh, it's just a Wraith Band. So he does have that to go for him. They're definitely dominating this match right now. THD sitting at the top of the net worth by quite a wide margin. Axe even doing okay in the bot lane. I mean, he hasn't won it by any means, but he's definitely not losing it, I'd say. Especially when he can go into the jungle. And they also have these sacks that they are already getting ready for the Tinker. Axe could use one of those if he needs to. And there is a double stack sitting here for, well, someone. Vengeance, you there, man? No big deal. And actually, whoa. Sorry about that. My camera just went crazy there. Witch Doctor helping Axe farm this camp very quickly. And, it doesn't look like they're going to block it right now, but clearing it up enough and ruining a bit of that support's time is going to be more than enough of an issue. And Tinker already with those boots of travel, 8 minutes in. It's an outstanding level of farm for him. 41 and 13 up against Storm's 38 and 3. But keep in mind, he also has 2 kills. So, he's going to have more than enough to deal with that. Now, Fuzzy is level 6, and he's gone for what I've been told is the standard build nowadays with maxing your Remnant and your Overload. You're not looking to get those early kills. You're just looking for quick burst damage. And he's probably going to go straight into Bloodstone instead of something like Orchid. Now, on the bot lane, though, Pride coming in. He gets silenced very quickly. Straff is going to have a dunk available if he needs it. He doesn't even, though, as Pride will secure the kill with that ult. He already has his Morbid Mask up for the lifesteal. And Tinker going to help him pressure this lane some before headed up to the top lane. Actually, I believe he just used that regen rune. Yeah. 5-2, though. THD in the lead. Average time on boots of travel on Tinker is 11:53, so just picked it up as a very impressive 7:45. That's, I mean, the timing on this is going to help him farm very early on. It's going to help him do a lot. As well. He's going to be able to make space around the map for his team as well, too. So. Storm now with Power Treads 2. A little bit late on his, I'd say. He's definitely not getting as much as the Tinker is out of this mid lane. But with his skill build, he's actually able to farm quite nicely. I'm a little surprised he doesn't have even 1 point in the Electric Vortex. But, again, this is what I've heard is the more standard skill build for Storm these days. Haven't been able to see too many Storms that do this. Most of the ones I see are still going with the good old 1-3-1. To go straight into Orchid and get some kills. But this can work, of course. And he's got the Soul Ring to be able to get straight into a Bloodstone. And he's also finding himself a couple of runes. They are doing a great job at keeping vision of the enemy's side of the map with this Beastmaster Hawk. In fact, they'll spot the Courier coming, but I'm not sure they can stop him. Mask of Madness on the way to Juggernaut as well. And to do... He's doing okay. He hasn't been stacking Ancients, though, which I find a little surprising, seeing as he'd be able to clear those very quickly. And he can do it with the boar, he can do it with his axes. He can do it with whatever he needs to, basically. Witch Doctor, though, now level 6, actually hasn't gotten Maledict, so a very different skill build than we were seeing yesterday. Focusing mostly on the cask and the heal rather than the stun. A little interesting, at least. And Straff, he's actually getting very close to his Blink Dagger, but where's his boots? He dropped them. They're on the ground, and those may be some dead boots right there. I believe they are. Cobb will take them and just pocket them for himself. He is 300 gold from his Blink, which that's a very unfortunate time for him to die, but this is why against heroes like that Storm Spirit, you don't want to sit things on the ground, because even if he gave up his life for that, he's completely denying about 1,000 net worth from the Axe with that death. And as you can see, Axe is now down below the Beastmaster, where previously he was sitting pretty far up. I believe he was on par with Fuzzy, or at least close, right before that.
I'll take that as tribute.
Now Joshua is invis here. And he's going to spot out Troll, who has no idea he's nearby. Billy smoked up. Is going to come in. They'll throw the armor reduction and the stun before Troll can even get a bash off. He's already hitting the deck. And rip indeed. Yep. Witch Doctor already sitting on 645 gold, going a little more safe than last night's Witch Doctor, but still going to be able to get the job done. And I think Vengeance has come back.
Yes,
oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
Hey, it's no problem, man. Stuff happens. I understand.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was something that happened last night, but I think it's a little better. Anyway, we get the... Axe about to hit his Blink Dagger timing.
Yeah, he did get his boots sniped, though. Unfortunately. He does have the Blink, though, so now he can go back and get those Tranquil boots. Yeah, Lion's still holding on to those for just old time's sake, I guess.
Fuzzy was having a hard time against that.
Yeah, he's gonna be okay, luckily, but he's a bit behind on farm in general, but he is working on that Orchid now. So I'm assuming once he gets those 3 points in Electric Vortex, he'll be able to actually go and get solo kills a little more efficiently than he would with the previous Storm build. But he went for that so that he could farm well and get that Soul Ring. And Suggest is still, though, he's won his lane. He's winning the game for the team right now because he's just making so much space around the map. Oh, dear.
Wow.
And speaking of, well, winning things, Skywrath Mage going to secure a kill on Juggernaut up top, who was dropping very quickly to that. And the Skywrath Silence as well. It's going to be very effective silencing out Juggernaut. He can't BKB out of it unless he actually builds a BKB. Now, Fuzzy going to be in a bit of trouble here. He'll go down to the dunk. Wasn't quite able to buy out, but could have an Oblivion Staff when he gets up, if that's his choice to pick up.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Juggernaut's going to go for Manta so he can Manta out of that silence.
It's quite possible, yeah, and that would be a very effective build. I didn't think about that because I was just assuming it was Slange and Yasha, but yeah. Manta Style would do a lot for him this game. Suggest, I love this move too on Tinker. They've smoked him because he doesn't have to right-click to farm. So they can just throw off March, and the enemy team can't find him unless they're pretty much right up against him.
And he's just sparing rockets and hurting this Beastmaster. Oh.
Yeah. Dudu does have a Blink, though, which is going to be very beneficial here of stopping the Tinker. Tinker has his as well. I mean, he's won his lane, but I feel like Dudu's doing just fine. He's only died once. He's got 55 last hits. Still no Ancient stacks, oddly enough, but he's getting fine farm without him, so...
Yeah, and what would you normally go on Tinker after this? Would you go Dagon?
I'd say probably. Problem is this team, some of them are squishy, some of them like Beastmaster and Storm, especially with Storm going for the relatively quick Bloodstone build we can assume, aren't going to be quite as squishy, so...
Yeah, and Radiant knows that this Roche is going on, but Roche is about to fall.
Yeah. Oh, he picked up Blink 2 minutes faster than the average. I believe the Boots of Travel are something like 4 minutes, so definitely doing really well on Tinker right now. And meanwhile, there's Storm. Gonna zip in here, Billy, getting focused down. There's her Witch Doctor roll from the high ground, though. And the cast, just the most annoying spell in the game. Doing a lot of work on the back end.
Why didn't the Omni? That was a perfect Omni.
Oh, Omni Slash, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wait, there's no Omni in this game. What are you talking about? But yeah, it would have been good, but I think their main goal here is just to force them back. They want to keep farming. They want to get this Manta up on Jug, because what he doesn't want to do is Omni and have Storm ball out, Beastmaster blink away before anything happens, and then be left with nothing around and have wasted it, and then have the enemy team turn around on him and say, we've got you now, we're going to kill you.
Yeah, no. And plus, that you don't know where you're going to end up after that.
Yeah.
You might be mispositioned.
If you can secure the kill with it, that usually doesn't matter. But in this situation, I'd say it's a little more risky.
Yeah. And Axe got his second pair of Tranquils.
Yeah. So, catch him back up.
Yeah.
And a magic stick. Or wand, just in case.
And Witch Doctor has an Ogre Club.
Yep. Going straight into the Scepter. I'm almost sure. It could be a BKB, but the thing is, usually you only really need the BKB on Witch Doctor if you can already get your ult off with Scepter. So.
Yeah, but I mean, it can be a BKB because of the fact that there's so much magical nuke, and that means that they would have to dedicate a primal, the Beastmaster Roar onto him.
Yeah. And that would be a pretty big spell to somewhat waste on the Witch Doctor. Now, Beastmaster appears to be going either Treads or Necrobook. I'm hoping it's Necrobook, but meanwhile, Pride is going to get Beastmaster roared and taken down. That's an Aegis on the sidelines for now. Fuzzy having to zip away. They will throw some rockets, but they don't have too much else to engage with right now.
Yeah, that silence is just doing its work.
Yeah.
He needs that Manta.
And also the fact that even if he does Manta, they've got a lot to go ahead and figure it out. Storm has a lot of AoE damage, Beastmaster's axes, and as soon as they figure out which one's real, or if he spins right after he Mantas, they can just Beastmaster roar him and say, hi, good luck, but we know that's you.
Yeah, I think you will just get the Manta just to get out of silence, because because you get the magic immunity from this from the spin, so
Blade
he can
Fury,
just spin and TP out if he's in that much trouble.
At least in theory.
Yeah, in theory.
The Beastmaster pick works out really nicely here too, because it's set up the Skywrath ult fine. I mean, it's what, a 3-second stun. Skywrath's ult is what, 2 seconds? 2.4, but still, it's long enough to keep them down for the duration of that. So.
A misplay.
A slight misplay.
Yeah, a slight misplay. Yeah, they ping out. They see him.
We see you. We know where you are.
Yeah, and you are right. It is the Dagon pick.
Yeah, and usually you'll just use this to say, okay, anybody comes near me in lane, you're getting hit with not 1, but 2 lasers, and then probably some rockets and some March of the Machines. I can right-click you down, you're dead. You're basically using this to farm heroes, and honestly, with Tinker's practically non-existent cooldowns, you're going to use it to farm creeps as well. Sometimes, bless you.
A rocket has taken out most of like half of Fuzzy's health.
And this is where it becomes a serious problem. Fuzzy, he's trying to get this Orchid, but the problem is the Orchid won't make him tankier at all. And he's still very far off from a Bloodstone, but he needs the Orchid to fight Jug, to fight Vengeful Spirit, to fight Axe. Oh, but the Haste Rune.
Ooh, yeah, he needed. He was like, So what would you build on Axe after Tranquil's Blink? Would you go for the Blade Mail? I've seen a couple go Crimson Guard.
I wouldn't go Crimson Guard in this matchup. Well, against Troll it's pretty decent. Blade Mail's also really good against Skywrath in general, because he has no health, but he does a lot of damage. I'm not sure what he's going to go for here, because I've actually never seen Straff play Axe. They had the Crazy instead of Joshua on the team last night, and so Straff is just filling the offlane role for now.
Ooh. And just farming away. That's almost Manta for him, for Pride on. There's the slow, there's Skywrath, silence.
And he's actually alive right now, but Storm, well, he'll end that dream very quickly. Fuzzy, okay, he made it now, but he has one problem. He's a little stuck on the cliff. He's gonna blink forward, he'll almost take him down. This could be a fight to the death here. Fuzzy, he's gonna go. Yeah, he's gonna fall there. So Jest is just starting to snowball out of this game very efficiently. He has enough for the level 2. Wait, where's the gym? I think Venge has it. Yep. Storm Spirit's Dispatch pick up Orchid on average timing of 1823. He's still 200 gold away. And, oh yeah, he is still 200 gold away. Okay. I was assuming with that death he lost a little more. I think if he would have manned up against Tinker there, he could have won it. But I'm not 100% sure he was looking at Tinker's mana pool. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Doing great, Plague. No problem, man.
Yep, and there's the Manta first.
Yep.
On this Jug, so more farm.
The thing is, though, once Storm gets the Orchid, they can silence him with Skywrath Mage Silence or the Orchid Silence, and then he Mantas out of that. Well, we just silence him again, if we're quick enough. So in theory, you've got something that works.
I think it'll come down to priority, because if Jug unloads everything in his spell,
well,
all his spells, then he wouldn't really decide that you want to Orchid him.
Unless you know you can kill him with Skywrath ult or some other form of burst damage, then the bonus damage would be a big deal, but otherwise, yeah, it's not really a big deal then. They probably want to Orchid the Tinker. The problem is with Tinker, he's actually going straight for E-Blade, not upgrading the Dagon at all, and against Troll Warlord, having the Ghost Scepter itself is just going to be good, but eventually when he's got the E-Blade, I mean, it's a 1-2 punch that takes out Lion or Skywrath most of the time.
I mean, but also, if you get silenced while you're in Ghost form,
yeah.
And
Goodbye.
you take the full ult, yeah, that's going to hurt. So
it's
going to be risky, but...
Yeah. I mean, hey, this is a victory trophy for him.
Yeah. It's the mantle. You just put it on there saying, "I stole this."
Yes.
And I'm having it.
It's like Axe carrying around the heads of his enemies on the belt. There's like one cosmetic that's like that. That's what Lion's doing right now. He's like, hey, every time you look at my inventory, you're gonna remember that I got you boots. I told a guy in a pub, I forget if we won the pub or not. I think we ended up losing. I don't know. But we stole Axe's boots and we just set them in the fountain. And I'm like, you don't have boots. Pick those up because they'll look at that and first glance they're like, hey, AA just got tranquil boots. What? How did he? Huh? Mind games. Psychological mind games.
Yeah,
Oh, they're pinging up top. Oh, they actually saw the smoke, I believe.
yeah, they smoked right into.
Oh, but Suggest he's gonna jump on 225. I think he's dead. Yep. Dagon to secure the kill. They blow the Witch Doctor ult, but totally worth it at this point. And yep, Tinker with that Ghost Scepter. He's going straight for the E-Blade, yeah?
Yeah. 1900.
He's
and they see
1400
Jug.
from that.
They see
something like
Jug.
that? Oh dear. A little early there, Fuzzy. Or Pride. Yeah.
Yeah.
And sadly, these illusions, they don't do much damage. They kind of tickle at the moment.
But the question is
Wait,
they just traded a troll for a Juggernaut, but the Juggernaut has an ulti orb. Are we seeing a Scotty or Lincoln's?
I think it might be Lincoln's. And okay, it seems a little stupid, to be honest, at first, against this team. They have so much to pop the Lincolns with, but if he blocks one of the silences with the Lincolns, and then he mantas out of the other one...
Oh, cheeky. Cheeky on Suggest. Stun.
Oh, and Laser.
Yeah, very cheeky.
Oh, he actually just went for the Value Ghost Scepter, just to survive Troll, it looks like. So, he's going to be upgrading his Dagon now, and eventually getting that E-Blade, but... he's not done throwing off lasers just yet.
The main concern right now for me is how his mana pool. I mean, it's even though he has Bottle and Soul Ring, it's gonna be
lacking, yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to either get that E-Blade for the extra stats, because I believe it gives you like what, 12 to all stats. 1 second here. 10.
It's 10 in intelligence.
And then 40 for agility, of course, yeah. But, it'll at least give him a little more mana. The Dagon is going to give him, well, 3 more int each time. So I guess right now it's more efficient to upgrade the Dagon. What he wants to do is go Bloodstone, though, so that he just has so much mana to work with. And then if they eventually do kill him, he'll be back before the blink of an eye. Because, keep in mind, he still hasn't died this entire game.
Yeah.
Which is quite impressive.
But that's also a big spree if they kill him.
Of course.
So it's both ways.
Yeah, it could go both ways, and I've Scotty has been picked up 27 times this match by, and actually has a 74% win rate on Jug. Could be interesting. I'm not sure that's what he's going for, to be completely honest. I'd really like to see the Lincolns here, just in the situation. Historically, it makes much more sense to go Scotty, but the Lincolns could make sense here. The problem is Lion has Mana Drain, and it is maxed, so every 5 seconds he's got something to pop it.
And he also does have Blink, so...
Yeah. And that second pair of Tranquil Boots, which is quite scary.
Yeah.
At first they look over and they're like, oh, Lion, you're so stupid. Wait a second. No, those were ours, weren't they? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's awkward.
Yep. Actually, would you consider getting Yule's Scepter on Tinker?
No. Your time standing on the ground is so valuable. And the other thing is, with Yules, you're going to be... You need items that really benefit from having their cooldown refreshed. That's why Dagon and E-Blade are so good on him. That's why Sheepstick's so good on him. Yules... Okay, so you refresh the Yules cooldown. You're still not doing damage with it. You're just... Like, if you stood there... Okay, the theory with Tinker is... Take it in a vacuum, where it's just Tinker, his rearm, and the item, and an enemy. Oh, really? I've never heard of that. The thing is, though, with that, it's like, okay, I'm rearming Yules and I keep using it on you. All you're doing is keeping them in the air. Sure, they're out of the fight, but you're not doing anything to kill them either.
Yeah, but in a team fight, that could prove big. We could. I mean,
I'd see him get a Sheepstick over it, though. I feel like at this point, the Sheepstick is much more worth it, especially when the Juggernaut's on your team. Because keep in mind, Jug can jump to those while they're Yules and not do any damage.
I agree completely on that. But meanwhile, Jug is trying to solo Roche, but you've got a whole mess inbound.
Yeah.
A whole lot, so... let's see if he gets it, or if he gets denied, because he's getting bashed. And
he should be okay to live here, but the problem is he okay to make it out? He's got 2,400 in the bank. Let me do some math on Yules, or not Yules, Lincoln's. 1,850 plus something.
He should have
enough. He's got enough now, I believe. Pride is getting taken down, but he does have that Aegis up. They will lose the Witch Doctor and finally the Tinker. Straff going down as well. Pride is in some trouble. He'll Omni Slash, looking for a kill. He bounces to some Wolves, though. Good. That classic Kevin Costner bounces with Wolves movie.
Yeah, that was just bad positioning.
Yeah.
By Tinker blinked in while in ghost form, and Lion just nuked him down.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity and took it, and that is big for you. Wait, what is...
They said go, but...
I'm assuming THD is not quite ready, then.
Okay.
That must be the case.
Yeah, it's like what I said with... That could happen with Skywrath, but only Lion does it with the finger.
Yeah, of course. And it's instant with the finger, too.
Yeah. It's...
You can't walk out of the finger like, guys, I'll be fine, don't worry.
Yeah.
Just let me scoot over and the finger won't hit. No, it's gonna smack you right in the face. Bless you.
Thank you.
Pay no attention to the woman in the background.
And doesn't the magical resistance, the increased magic damage that you take from finger basically overtake your magical resistance?
Yeah, he has no magical resistance at that point, and it's basically like Lion having an E-Blade at that point. Like, without the nuke, of course, but he's down to 40% extra magic damage, so it's somewhere around negative 15% magic resistance. Especially if Skywrath Silence comes in, then, ow.
Then things just get messy. Yeah. It's going to be hard for Tinker. I mean, if he's got to take a level 4.
Yeah.
No buyback, though. No buyback.
I don't think he's worried about buyback, though.
Yeah.
Right now, they're not going to take his racks, and so buying back at the moment is going to be a little wasteful for him.
But, and a Force Staff, that's actually a big item for Vengeful. For the positioning, you can just push around and, like, help your teammates escape.
Especially if you've just been hit by a Skywrath ult and a long stun. I mean, you're just grabbing right out of there. They're going to jump doo-doo, it looks like. Who is going to get taunted by Straff? He dead. You did.
He did.
Yep. And Axe using the Blade Mail that he's now found. Beastmaster does have a Necro 1, so it looks like it is going to be a kind of counter push build, which can be pretty effective against Tinker. The problem is Tinker can kill your units and then just say, oh no, I am low on health, let's just go home. I'll be back in 4 seconds, guys. See you then. Okay, I'm back. We're good.
Yeah, and he's getting close to Dagon 5, so the amount of burst that he has it's insane.
Yeah.
And actually, he did something that a lot of people don't do. Actually, he skilled his 3rd point of rearm, and a lot of people tend not to get it.
Once you have, I think, 1,100 mana, you should be okay to get it if you're
Yeah.
mechanically playing quote-unquote correctly. So
Yeah.
and he actually does have that Dagon 5 now, so now that he has that bit of extra mana pool, he's going to be able to get it. Usually you won't get it at level 16 though, because usually you're not that farmed, but he has quite a bit of farm, quite a bit of money.
And we have a Scotty
Oh.
on Jug.
Okay, so it was Scotty. I can see why though, there was a lot to break the Lincolns.
But the questionable thing is Diffusal Blade on Troll Warlord.
It's for the Tinker.
Yeah.
Okay, there's
It's
two
not
reasons
something
though.
you'd see often.
I honestly think Diffusal Blade on Troll is a very underrated item.
Yeah.
Because he has insane attack speed. I mean, first of all, it's just 25 extra damage. Okay, that is great for Troll, because Troll doesn't need to hit hard anyway, but when he does, that's okay. Wow, great. You're actually killing them in 2 hits now. Good job. The other thing is for Tinker. First of all, you burn his mana. Second of all, the Diffusal is going to be really good for Troll against Ghost Scepter, because he can completely remove the Ghost form and he can keep hitting him. Sure, Lion can kill him, but Troll's going to be a lot more effective at killing him off, of course, because physical damage.
And tier 2 bot, they might be. It looks like they're going for an exchange.
They should be able to make a trade here. With Troll ult
Yeah.
already used, it's going to take them a second on the top tower, but Storm is already clearing out trees over here just in case Tinker tries to TP in and blink out, and that looks like exactly what he wants to do.
And a
There's
call.
a taunt on Skywrath. They'll actually jump in. Suggest hits the deck pretty hard here. There's an ult out from Juggernaut. It will take down Fuzzy, but a pretty decent trade, except for the buyback from Tinker comes in. It's actually going to possibly secure a kill. Cobb, he's in a bit of trouble here. There's another
And there's
rearm
the
from
chop.
Suggest, and there's the dunk. Yep, the chop coming through. Beastmaster, he actually ends up losing the bot tower. Could this be another kill for them? Doo-doo. He throws the axes, doesn't quite grab Suggest, who will be headed back home now with just enough mana, but 4 heroes going down there. A definitely worthy buyback from Tinker, and a very nice hold from THD overall. The tower's still sitting at a little under half health. They take the bottom tower, and what originally looked like a trade becomes just an easy push for THD and a great defense for them as well.
Most definitely. And that they got level 5 showed it hurts.
Yeah.
But Tinker has to be careful with that Ghost Scepter. He's just Ghost Sceptering wherever Lion is nearby. So you saw it
Yeah.
happen. Finger of death.
And that was
to
how he died.
And he just mulched.
He literally melted. There was no chance for him in that fight.
Oh, and meanwhile, while we were talking, the tier 3 went down from mid.
Oh yeah, and they're going to be pushing into Arax, of course, very soon. They have great high ground siege. Witch Doctor still 1600, it looks like, for the Ags. But they also have the threat of Axe just blinking right up the hill and saying, "Hi, how are you? I'm Axe, nice to meet you. Now hit me." Or just run away. You've got 2 options. And, by the way, my team's right behind me, so if you start hitting me, I'm going to spin, they're going to come in, you're going to die. Easy. IntZ doesn't have the greatest high ground defense, simply because their heroes aren't tanky enough to stand in the Tinker March and not worry about it.
And that was when it's not just and they're not even tanky enough to sustain Axe. 3 seconds on the call, and then you get 205 damage per helix.
Which,
And
assuming Troll has any attack speed, which he definitely does, especially with, he actually picked up a Diffusal too, which I'm a little surprised about, but the extra stats is going to be good. Anyways, he's going to have a ton of attack speed right now. I mean, with only 1 stack of Fervor, he's at 0.65 seconds per attack, and now, that's 3 stacks or something. I don't know, it keeps changing too much, but a half a second per attack, let's just go ahead and say.
And Juggernaut has a Demon Edge, might be going for an MKB, which make things harder for IntZ. And I think the MKB would be a good choice because Troll spins.
Yeah, and your evasion, you don't want to have to deal with that.
Yeah, he's gonna say, "Yeah, nice spin, bro. Hit me."
Yeah, now, okay, it looks like Witch Doctor was a lot closer to that axe than I thought.
And you've got 4K on this axe. What are you going to do with that money? Go Shivas?
Heart, maybe. Heart's definitely an option. Just to say, you can't kill me. I mean, that's the option. The idea with Axe is just, I have Taunt, I have Battle Hunger. I'm gonna say, hey, you should kill something, because then you'll get this debuff off you. Oh wait, fight me. Just kidding, you can't kill me.
No, he's got an ulti orb.
Okay.
Whoa. Next level stuff here.
It could be Sheep, it could potentially, and this sounds a little crazy, it could be Lincoln's though. Yeah, and I don't think he's gonna put it on Jug, I think he's gonna put it on Tinker at that point. Because Tinker doesn't have the slot for Lincoln's. Like, sure, Lincoln's is cool and all, okay, whatever. But, yeah, it would be great here. Even when they're popping it every time, Tinker's not getting hit by half the stuff anyway. And when you have an opening on Tinker, you need to throw a big ulti on him or something. And Lincoln's is also going to block Beastmaster Roar, which is, I think, the most important thing out of all of that. Because, I mean, look at what it does. Nice swap out by Billy, though. And Joshua's there. He's got the ward, and he's just like, look, come at us, but it's dangerous. You don't want to do that.
And where's Lion's second Tranquil Boots?
He probably set him in the shop. Yeah. Just in case there's a gem or something on the ground. He probably ran out of slots warding and stuff. I mean, eventually they're just a novelty, you know?
Yeah. I mean, he might have denied him because they're not in the shop.
I kill you, Boots.
I kill you, Boots. Yes.
You want Boots back? I send you their souls. You give me $2 million, or I kill your Boots.
No money, no Boots. Boots are dead.
You want to see your Boots again?
Yeah, 5K on Jug. I
mean, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say THD are not a team that's gonna throw.
Yes.
They did go Rapier last night because he's definitely buying Lincoln's. Okay, or he's going for like Refresher and Scotty and building them in the wrong order. But it's probably Lincoln's.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's Lincoln's. Okay. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't need Refresher.
Oh, you won't.
On Axe, because if you get the chop, you can chop again.
Well, I mean, if you refresh Battle Hunger.
True.
It's on a whole 5-second cooldown. I mean, you never know when you might need it. But yeah, he does go for the Lincolns, of course, and that's going to be used on Suggest just to say, oh, cute. You want to finger him? No.
Yeah, double Battle Hunger, double call, and that would allow Witch Doctor to let it rip with his ult.
As we were telling Quantum stats last night, our stats man, the Scotty, there was a refresher up on Magnus, and it's like you can actually not only empower one siege group, you could empower two, and you could even use RP in between if you got in the right situation.
Mind has been blown. Yeah.
Sorry about that weird sound. I was shown a picture of pizza and asked which one I wanted, and that was the sound that pizza made.
Dude, it's pizza.
Yeah, you understand.
Yes.
Oh, 225 though. God. The dunk coming through as well. And I mean, if Straff forgets to put the Lincolns on Suggest, it's not like it's completely wasted or something, like a mech that you don't use. He gets the Lincolns for himself, so that's great.
That was how big the pool of blood Troll had. Wow. That big. I didn't know he had that much blood.
I didn't even need to know that, but I'm glad I do now.
It's that giant axe.
Yeah. Now, oddly enough, Ints are trying to split push this out, and they actually are going to take some towers. There's one tier 2 still remaining on THD's side of the map, but there's also a tier 1 in front of it that I didn't notice. However, I believe Lion realized there actually is a Roche still up here that THD haven't taken. They could take. Pride will actually Manta off the thing there. Nice ball lightning backward there from the Storm. Dodging out, well, a lot from the Tinker. And Tinker, he's sitting on 3,400. This is probably going to be his E-Blade, or he could still fire out Bloodstone. But Pride in a lot of trouble. Nice swap out from Billy once again. And they just have so many defensive tools at the moment, not to mention their offensive tools. Joshua pops the ult, takes down, well, a couple basically, or helps to. There's an instant buyback from the Skywrath Mage. He does still have no ulti for 25 seconds to bring down Storm.
That's a dieback.
Did he buy back there?
Yeah, that was... No, it was Skywrath, sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah. But he still has no buyback available, and never quite got to that Bloodstone for the extra tankiness. He may have a Hex, but doesn't really matter. 225 going down. This could be all she wrote for game number 1. Of course, Last night we saw similar stuff. Okay, Suggest. This is when you know. This is when you know they're playing around. When you blink in and do that. Anyways, we're going over to game 2, and I believe Plague is going to be joining me for that. We'll shift Vengeance over to stats. Enjoyed casting with you there, bro.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Of course, if you want to find more about him, where can they get your Twitter real quick?
And I'm at NV Gaming Stream on Twitter.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
NV as in the letters, right? Not
yes.
NV. Yeah.
Yes.
So find him there, of course. That's NV Gaming Stream on Twitter.
Yes, sir.
Let him know with your comments, critiques, your flames, your eternal undying love, and etc. And if you'd like to throw any of that my way, I'm at SBRevolution5 on Twitter, as well as Truesight TV, of course, for the casting studio. We'll be right back with game number 2. The house is down, or victorious in game number 1. We'll see if they have what it takes to close this out in a quick 2-0, or if IntZ can turn it around and go to the final.